Hello, it's Ethan McKinley. It's the 2-Minute Terminator, and it's episode 42 of the show, and we're going from 82 minutes to 84 minutes. That's 1 hour 22 minutes to 1 hour 24 minutes, and it's the bit in the desert when Sarah pulls her gun on Enrique, and I just had some. What is that? Magnum. Right, we're back. Sorry, everyone. We missed Jessie because I couldn't get to record. Actually, that's a big fat lie. I was just too fucking tired and depressed to actually do the show. Let's be honest. Hi, welcome to Let's Be Honest. On the show today is dead air Ellie Fitzgerald, who just stares at me like a dog that's been shown a card trick.
I don't know if you're going to introduce yourself or.
Forget it. I'm Ethan McKinley.
I'm Ellie Fitzgerald.
Hit the music.
Machines, they're unstoppable. Watch out for machines, they will rule the world.
I'm not going to eat the rest of this Magnum. So
Why are you not going to eat the rest of the Magnum, Ellie?
Because I'm stuffed.
International viewers, Magnum is a
decadent ice cream.
A decadent ice cream. It's basically ice cream in a kind of, I guess, bar of soap shape with a stick in it, and it's coated with chocolate.
Tender ice cream.
The working class poor man's version of this, like poor man's pepper from the 80s, would have been, I guess, a feast. Was it a Wall's feast or a Cadbury's feast?
I think it was Wall's. It wasn't Cadbury's. That was not a Cadbury's chocolate.
Walls. Wall's obviously famous for the
shit sausages.
Funny. No, that's a different company.
Oh.
Funny Foot.
No.
Mini Milk.
Mini Milk. I love Mini Milk. It's
Mini
all
Milk.
about the milk. Mini Milk.
Just wasn't big enough to say a child's, fucking ice cream hunger.
I just love milk flavoured sweets, like milk bottles with the dust on them.
Now, Ellie, we've got 2 fact attacks actually.
Oh my god! Fact attack.
No. See, you were going to change it up then. You got scared and went right back to...
No, I'm doing a combo.
I actually forgot to mention this because I've got a skewed timeline, but in the special edition... My voice keeps doing that weird thing. In the special edition, when obviously Miles Dyson's children come running around the corner and go, Daddy, because, yeah, black families obviously are very secure and
all together and
all
happy
together,
and
the way white families aren't.
Yeah.
Like my fucking family when my parents got divorced. Black people and their happiness, it sickens me.
If it was real life, that little black kid, the little boy, would have been selling drugs a long time ago. He'd have at least 6 bottom bitches. And
what's a bottom bitch?
What's a bottom bitch?
Yeah.
Okay, so a bottom bitch is when you've got a player, a gangster, or a rude boy, and he has a harem of as they call them now, links. Now,
how would Graham Hancock say that?
What?
A harem or something.
Harem.
He'd mispronounce it.
He has a harem of loose women around him, and now basically they're called links nowadays. So a link is a chick that you just go and fuck. Nothing serious, no dating, you just go and fuck them. However, whereas one of these dudes will have a whole shitload of girls, he will have one in particular who he actually like spends time with, does shit with. She's a
soldier.
She kind of comes above the other bitches. She gets a bit more respect, and she is the bottom bitch.
A little bit like the lieutenant. She's good for morale. So like when the soldiers are down, she just arrives in the aircraft carrier.
Oh, you're thinking sergeant now, aren't you?
And no, Sina Patrice.
Oh. Lies.
Yeah, basically, we in the special edition of this movie, we see Miles Bennett Dyson's children. Basically, his son Danny and his daughter Blythe are played by Delaney Durden, and his son Danny, who is actually in Terminator Genesis, not the same actor, strangely. I don't know why they didn't use the same guy. Maybe she's acting like me, I don't know.
Blythe? That's not very... Like,
if you're educated, black, yeah.
Have you seen Blythe Spirit with Rex Harrison?
No, but recently in the West End, Angela Lansbury, who's like 95, did Blythe Spirit. I wanted to go and see it just on the off chance she just carked it on stage.
What's the name of that guy, the
I
comedian?
think I'm gonna have a
that died on
cardiac
stage?
arrest.
Who was it? The comedian that died on stage, and they thought it was a joke.
Tommy Cooper.
Tommy Cooper.
Weirdly disturbing because he looks like his body deflates and he's doing
It's
that
so
weird,
fucked
creepy
up,
breathing.
man. My dad was watching that.
So was I. I'm
Yeah.
that old, and everyone was laughing because part of Tommy Cooper's obviously
Oh
act.
my god, you're not that much younger than my dad.
Yeah, I know. Tommy Cooper's act, of course, was like he was a magician, obviously very talented. Chanel. That's the obviously this is radio, not television or smell-o-vision. I sprayed the mics with Chanel Blue, which is like a $200.
It's like the biggest
cologne.
bottle you can buy.
One of the
You
most
could
expensive
you
ones.
could cave in a small baby's head with it.
But yeah, part of Tommy Cooper's act was getting the jokes wrong, misfiring his punchlines on his jokes on purpose, and getting his magic tricks. He's a very talented musician wrong. And this one time, he just collapsed on stage and started doing this like weird breathing,
And everyone started clapping and applauding.
and then fell back through the curtains.
The curtains were like waving.
It's on Live Leak. I will link it under this show.
Please do.
We've offended our black listeners and viewers so far. Let's upset.
Let's keep going.
Yeah, let's upset anyone that's a fan of like British light entertainment from the
Or
60s,
just film.
70s and 90s.
If you like films, you're going to hate them after this.
Blythe Dyson, Delaney Durden, that's who it's played by. Now, Delaney has got one credit, and that's this. So,
Oh, shit. And that's the son, right?
yeah, Devon Dixon, of course, played Danny Dyson. He's been in The Bodyguard, To Sleep with Anger, with a very menacing-looking Danny Glover on the front of the cover.
Oh my god, he was in Genesis.
No, well, the character is in Genesis, I'm pretty sure.
Okay.
He's carrying on his father's work.
Oh, yes, yeah, I remember at the very end when,
Because I thought they should have got Joe Morton back, who's Dyson, but then I'm not sure how that would...
he... Wow, how old would he be? Be like having Trevor McDonald.
Well, he'd be in his 60s right
Don't you
now.
love how when, like, black dudes get really old, their hair goes white? I think it looks so funny. Do you not?
No. That's Joe Morton now. He's 67. See? Black
And they
don't
say
crack.
crack don't black.
He still
Black
looks right.
don't crack.
Well.
Fuck you!
What?
Time the Avenger. It looks bloody terrible.
Who did I send you up final pictures of the other day?
I don't know. I've lost track.
Now, Joe Morton still looks alright for nearly 70.
Morton Harkett. You sent. Actually, no, that was John Nichols. He actually sent a lovely picture through of Morton Harkett.
With
Fuck you, John.
With his jug ears. He actually doctored that picture, by the way.
I know. It's because he's a smart ass motherfucker.
Joe Morton, of course, who played Miles Bennett Dyson, I guess came onto the scene in 1984 with The Brother from Another Planet when he had his little dreads. He was in the Blues Brothers 2000, the ill-fated sequel to the Blues Brothers, which is awful.
Yeah, should never have been made.
He's in Speed as the police captain.
Right.
And that's all I can think of right now. But yeah, let's look at Devon Dixon, born and raised in Los Angeles.
Babe, it's Nixon.
Devon Nixon, born and raised in Los Angeles. He's been in last year's Twinsies Couples Therapy, one episode as Theodore. The Secret Life of an American Teenager, a TV series from 2011 to 2013. Hard Times of R.J. Berger. I love that show. Greet, To Sleep with Anger. So, you know, he's been chipping away at the old TV block. And there he is. Put him in some movies, Hollywood.
Is he good enough, though?
Well, here's the thing. I had this very discussion with one of London's top agents today.
Tell us about your agent meetings.
We should really talk about the film, but okay.
Okay.
The one we had on Monday was very nice.
George.
That's
Regan,
tremendous human being. My only concern, obviously, is anyone that interested in me might not be...
Oh, be nice.
I wasn't going to say might not be straight. I just said might not be...
Oh, good enough.
Yeah, if I impress someone, I always question that. I don't know why. If you are listening, George, I
Why
apologise.
do you see? It's really funny. You say to me as a joke, I think, that I have low self-esteem.
No. I just know how the industry and business
I
work.
know, but you also tell me about when you first came to London and chicks started noticing. You're like, oh my god, like, I can't believe they would like a geek. Like, I don't understand where that underlying insecurity comes from.
It's not underlying insecurity. You have to bear in mind when you go from like, you know, Birmingham / Dudley, West Midlands, and you're thrust.
I have been to Birmingham. It's
You've-
horrible.
Thank you. You're thrust into a world of like, not that I was a model, but I was working with a photographer, so I had access to obviously an unending stream of beautiful, beautiful women. And obviously, you'll attest to this. Whenever I'm around women, it's almost like fuel. I become this like super charming, charismatic,
Non-Ethan.
non-Ethan person. Yeah. So, what was your question again?
Where does his underlying insecurity come
It's not
from?
underlying insecurity. I just know how the business works. I know, as I said with this agent today, he said it's sometimes very. I said, "What's the formula? What can you do for me?" And he was like, "Well, that's the $64,000 question. If we could bottle this information, we'd pick perfect actors every time. They'd go straight into jobs. We'd all be like millionaires." He said, "There's no kind of like, there's no right way of doing this. You just have to fucking take a chance with someone and see what happens." And that's down to the agent being any good, of course. That's down to people picking you for stuff. It's all
Just
down
being
to luck.
likeable, I guess.
Yeah, it could be down to being obviously very attractive and being cast in something purely based on the
Having a
fact you're
twin.
hot. Maybe having a twin. Maybe being a producer or director on that show thinking, I want to fuck one of these girls. And if I can get to work on them for the next 3 or 4 months on this shoot, maybe. I know this because when I was working with Nick the photographer, as soon as a girl walked in the room I liked, I talked Nick into casting her so I could obviously become friends with her.
Become friends.
So our pants could become friends.
There's a party in my pants and all three of you are invited.
So yeah, that one went well today, but he's obviously like a very long in the tooth agent. He's a known agent, but
But surely that's good though, because he's got experience and he knows what he's looking for.
He
and
is, but you know, I don't know. It's just the feeling you get. I mean, if George was with a bigger agency, it'd be a perfect situation. The one yesterday, I wasn't really convinced of. I've been told by several actors that they've never really worked with him, including today's actor. But I don't know. We'll see. There's a few more coming up, hopefully, and there's some next week.
Talking of twins, you'll love to hear this, Ethan.
We've got some mailbag.
Okay, we'll do my bag first.
Go on. Talking of twins, what?
Today, actually, well, yesterday I noticed that one of the guys that sits opposite me at work, he was training this young lad who was dressed so impeccably well. Not normally the kind of dress I like, because I like the kind of more rocky, kind of badass look going about him. But this guy, he had this like blue suit on. Just his hair was really amazing. Like he just looked really cool, really young, very good looking. And I was just like, Jesus Christ, you don't get fit people in offices. And today he was back up and training with this guy again. And I was like, Darren, I have to ask, like, who's the fresh meat? And he went, oh, his name's Lagan. And I was like, how old is he? And he went, 20. And I went, fucking hell, is he joining our team? And he went, yeah. And he went, and he's a twin. He's got a twin brother. I've looked them both up on Facebook.
They've both got giant dicks.
Fucking hell,
They're
dude.
20.
I'll show you them later. So fucking fit.
Are you hoping to get your Lagan over?
Mailbag,
Are
right.
you hoping to get your Lagan over? Oh, forget it. Fucking pun.
What, just the
show.
one?
Well, bury him in a Y-shaped coffin. Ellie, that I know, obviously, is into younger boys.
That's not true. I've only ever slept with one person that's younger than me.
Okay.
One.
But
It was amazing.
as is always
Arnold.
amazing. As is always the way when you do something like that. Once you've broken the seal on something, the floodgates open. Obviously.
Do you reckon?
Yeah.
Oh.
Hi, Lagan. Bury him in a Y-shaped coffin.
Young come.
Anyway, we've got some mailbag from listener James Spaldner. Thank
he
you.
says...
I do promise, by the way, listeners, that I know everyone likes the banter, but
We started with talking about Dyson's kids. So we had a fact attack. I fact attacked the shit out of it. It's fine.
well, that's actually from the last episode. From this episode, we'll get to after the mailbag.
Mailbag. Hi guys.
Hello, we could be friends.
Yeah. Hi guys. Spaldner, in no way do I think you're retarded, but if you were, that would make you even more
Retarded
amazing.
just means slow. If anyone ever calls you out for saying retarded, just go retarded just means slow.
Exactly. Thank you. You should be a lawyer. Hi guys, just wanted to jump in
If I
and
say
say that
fucking
the
spastic, obviously, I can't really get out of it.
definitely has a third arm.
Just do it in the Queen's English, Ellie.
Hi guys, just want to jump in and say the T-1000 definitely has a third arm when he's flying the helicopter.
That's what I said, but they're
and
saying it's
shooting
4.
out of the windshield during the highway chase scene. It's one of those cool things that I didn't really notice until many viewings later, and now I'll never forget. There's so much going on at the moment that you'll never really have the time to notice. But that also leads into the thought that if he created a third arm... Please don't move it whilst I'm reading.
I'm sorry, I'm just looking at the thing he's screen grabbed.
To control the stick, mind out of the gutter, really. But imagine the possibilities, am I right? I love him. What other part of him was taken away? We see his entire upper
His
half.
arsehole.
Do you remember the Ponderers from Vic Reeves' Big Night Out?
No.
Oh,
Did they just go...
They had these fake massive chins on,
and
they'd just go and then they'd decide on some fucking ridiculous idea of, like, I don't know, nailing their chin to a brick. I don't know. It's pretty fucking funny. Anyway, we see his entire upper half. But to fly a helicopter and keep it straight like he is, you need both of your feet as well. The left and right pedals control the left and right tail movement.
Is he a fucking chopper pilot as well?
Dude, this guy knows everything. Oh, and he's like the Swiss Army knife.
You just fucking Skype in. I don't have to keep doing this shit.
I actually said to him, I commented on something he wrote, and I said, Spoldner, please can we do a Skype or a Viber with you? Because I just think that'd be amazing. On a side note, here's some trivia schmivia. The pilot of the helicopter is always the right seat. That's why in most movies the actor pilot is flying it from the left seat. That's because the real deal is sitting in the real deal, okay, is sitting
Ellie,
in
just
the right.
reread that again because you've lost me now. I've lost completely what you're talking about. Yes, there's 3 arms. Spaldner, as it said in that stupid quiz, though, it said fucking 4. So I don't know what that bloody meant. Stupid quiz.
Okay, so fuck the Queen's English, which I'm not doing very well. Oh, and on a side note, here's some trivia schmivia. The pilot of a helicopter
Trivia schmivia.
The pilot of the helicopter is always on the right seat. You following?
Yeah.
That's why in most movies the actor pilot is flying it from the left seat. That's because the real deal is sitting in the right. It is possible to fly one from the left seat, and they will for the continuity's sake when looking at it from a distance, and you only see one man on the left. So what they're saying is that they get a real pilot to sit in the pilot seat, but then they actually show the actor in the other seat.
Okay.
Yeah, I think that's what he's saying. Although if it was Schmooze, he'd probably be flying both sides.
He is a qualified pilot.
Of course he is. He'd hang off the side
Well,
of a
you
fucking
know what?
moving
One
plane.
thing, obviously, they could do as well. They just...
And he's put a picture in.
If they flip the negative, it would look like the actor was in the right seat to pilot the helicopter.
Yeah.
So, yeah, good. Well done. Thank you.
See, look, I even wrote
James.
reply. Can we do an episode with you, dude? I think...
He didn't reply.
Actually, yeah, he didn't reply, you wanker.
Motherfucker.
This motherfucker ignored my reply. There's the chins. They
The
were,
Ponderers.
yeah, the Ponderers. They were really funny. I really like Vic and Bob.
Yeah.
Vic, well,
I
actually,
never
no,
got it at the
not
time.
not Vic and Bob, but Vic Reeves' Big Night Out. That was pretty fucking funny.
I never understood it.
The Man Under the Ice was great. It's just silly comedy. I really like silly shit. I'm not silly. It's funny. Yeah, so I think that is all the mailbag. So keep it coming, James. John, have you sent me anything disgusting, memorable, weird?
No.
Let's have a look. Oh, that guy is very keen to know if you want to buy that figurine, by the way.
I thought we had bought it. I can't really afford to do it, but it's a good opportunity to get it. I saw it actually in Forbidden Planet. It was like 140 quid.
Oh, wow. He needs it through PayPal. That is not something I have.
Oh.
Do you have PayPal?
I believe I do.
Amazing. Well, then we should swap details. Right. Okay.
This is to buy a Sideshow Collectibles Snake Plissken figure.
Return
just
from
so you
New
know.
York.
Even though
Oh, that's what it was. Spoldner sent me, not Spoldner, John Nichols sent me through this picture saying you fancy a pair of these for Christmas. Now these are
it's supposed to be, but I said there should be fannies on them instead of dicks.
definitely dicks.
Oh,
Why would you put a fanny on there?
because you're well into fanny.
Yeah, but I like dick too. Maybe you could have a fanny and a dick.
Dripping with fanny. Water,
Water war, dripping with fanny. Apparently there's more things in life than just riders. Yeah, so these slippers, they just have massive penises and pubes growing out of them, to which I chortled at. And then I said, do they have a chode line? John Nichols then said, I have no clue what that means.
I didn't know what it means.
What is a chode?
What is it? What is a chode? What's a chode, Ellie?
You of all people should know what a chode is.
I always thought a chode was like a small cooked cocktail sausage.
A chode is a dick that's thicker than it is long.
Is that what it is?
That's what a chode is. Let's just Google chode. Images.
Ellie, I think we need to stop doing the Terminator podcast
Oh my god!
Yeah.
Amazing. Why do we need to stop doing it?
Because we seem to just talk about anything but the Terminator. Which
Yeah,
is
but-
fine.
Yeah, but it's great.
Yeah, I know.
Okay, Ethan's just clicked on a picture of a chick with tits.
No, it's one of those arty fucking tumblers with some old bag from Shoreditch. Fuck that.
Old bag from Shoreditch. Oh god.
Anyway,
That's like a chode. There we go.
that's not really a chode.
That's kind of a chode.
Ultimately, a chode would be like a micro penis.
Yeah, basically. You know that picture I sent you fucking ages ago of that ginger dude, and it's literally just like a little. It's like a fucking button in a fur coat.
Anyway,
So what's happening in this 2 minutes? I haven't even looped it. Can I watch yours, please?
yeah, basically, as we said yesterday, Sarah, the Terminator, and John Connor are approaching New Mexico, and she's basically liaising with, I guess, the militia group she was hanging around with, waiting for the world to end.
When was she hanging around with the militia group? Do we know? Was that in the commentary?
Well, no, but in the interim time of like raising John, he's obviously been, I guess, kicked out of many schools or even homeschooled. But Sarah spent much of her time with these people. This guy also, Enrique, might have been like an ex-lover of hers or one of like John's dads, I suppose, that he kind of mentions, because he does say kind of when he's giving that speech to the Terminator,
This is Uncle Bob.
like there's other people, blah blah blah. But yeah, she's obviously allied herself with various like militia type groups to kind of like learn survival skills, nunchuck skills.
Yes!
Yeah.
That was the lamest high
That was
five
the lamest high five
ever.
ever.
Do we think that the little kid, the little hustler that took the picture and demanded $5 is there?
No.
Oh. Do we think he died? Do you reckon she actually did run him over in a truck
Yeah, she's backed over him.
and then just took the $4
Well, no, because
back?
she's driving into Mexico, isn't she? So you're obviously going to encounter like Mexican people.
Mexico.
Anyway, Enrique Salceda is played by Castulo Guerra. Now, he's an actor who's been in many things. He's been in Purge, Anarchy. Have you ever heard of the Purge movies, Ellie?
I've heard of them. I've not seen them.
The Purge basically is called the Purge because in this fictitious, like, near future universe, our world.
It's so shit it makes you want to throw up?
No, the Purge basically is for one night of the year, anything's allowed and not against the law. So you can go and just hack your neighbour's head off and murder her kids and get away with it.
Can I kill Karen and little
I
Stevie?
think it's between 9 o'clock at night and 6 a.m. the next day is the Purge. So you can just go out and just do anything. And they think, because it's like society just essentially just, I guess, purging itself. Of
Do you know what I'd like to do?
So crime's allowed. Anyway, he's in the Purge Anarchy, which is the second Purge film, which is superior, I feel, to the first one with Ethan Hawke. He's in The Mexican with Brad Pitt and Julie Roberts, the 2001 film. Never seen it. Usual Suspects.
Love that movie.
Written by Christopher McQuarrie.
Macquarie?
Christopher McQuarrie. What did he write and direct recently?
I ain't got a fucking
Mission
clue, mate.
Impossible Rogue Nation, your favourite.
Oh my god! I really like The Usual Suspects.
He's in Terminator 2, the film we're talking about now. He was in the remake Dallas series, playing Carlos del Sol. CSI.
Not Debbie Does Dallas.
No, but he's the king of the hill.
Did you ever see that?
He's had a good run, this dude. He's been in lots of good stuff. No, he's a good working actor. Look at that.
Did you ever watch King of the Hill?
Coriolanus. No.
It's actually really quite funny.
Because it was Mike Judge, I didn't think he could because the Beavis and Butthead was very kind of like just them talking about stuff. It's essentially just like a music. They were just VJing, really, in a sense, weren't they?
How?
But taking the piss out of it.
How are they VJing?
Taking the piss out of it. It's English.
Well, there'd be music videos on, and then they'd like go, "Hey, oh God, look at his hair. Oh my God, oh I hate fucking Pantera or whatever."
Did you ever watch the movies?
There was only one movie, Ellie.
There's 2 movies.
What?
There's Beavis and Butthead, and then there's Beavis and Butthead Do America.
No, there's Beavis and Butthead Do America, and that's it.
No. Okay, I'm not going to challenge you, but I am going to look it up.
Anyway, I didn't think the King of the Hill narrative could have been stretched to kind of do an entire series that lasted many years.
Yeah.
But anyway, I love this guy, right? He's been in The Fall Guy, Riptide. That's amazing. The A-Team. God, he cut his teeth on loads of really good shows. Starman, the TV series. Not the film.
Last night I put a baby in you.
I can stop it. But if I do, I will fail my law degree in London.
No, you're not. If you're not that kind of alien. No. Beauty and the Beast, the series with, obviously he's worked with, he played a detective, so he must have worked with Linda Hamilton before, who looks on
Holy
the
shit.
Beauty and the Beast Blu-ray DVD cover, not dissimilar.
They've
from
made her look
Emilia
pretty
Clarke.
decent. She looks alright in there.
Yeah. Well, Ron Perlman, of course, who played Hellboy in Sons of Anarchy. Have you seen that film, Hellboy?
Yes, I have.
Have you seen Hellboy 2?
No, I have not.
That was Ron Perlman playing Vincent. Roy Dotrice was in it. English viewers will remember Roy Dotrice because he was in the Some Others Do Have Him. I think he played Calabos in the original Clash of the Titans, which is 1980.
Wow.
Emilia Clarke?
Who did those movies, by the way? You had Jason and the Argonauts, Clash of the Titans. Are they the same director?
No, I don't think so. And I think... well, they were the obvious link was Ray Harryhausen, who did all the effects. So they were mostly known as Ray Harryhausen movies, and not the director of those movies.
Yeah.
So
I fucking love those movies, man.
I even think he did Tom Thumb, and which I bought on DVD and never actually got around to watching.
Oh my god, watch it! It's amazing.
I went, like I said once on the show earlier, I went through this year when I bought this like UGC cinema pass in London, which means you pay like $20 a month, £14. And you can see any film, no free list suspension, so you could just go in and just keep seeing as many films as you wanted.
Do you still have that?
No, but you can still get it. Any UGC cinema, you pay monthly, you can go to the cinema as many times as you want.
Where's the closest one to here?
The only one I don't know, you'd have to Google it. The ones I went to in London, there's one in Canary Wharf, and there's actually 2. There's one in the Trocadero Centre in London near Piccadilly. And on Haymarket, which is just next to Piccadilly, there's like the art house version of it, so they play lots of French films and
fuck that.
Exactly. And I went through a year of going, I'm going to use this pass to its fullest extent, and I literally saw every foreign language film for a year. It's put me off subtitle stuff forever.
Although it wasn't City of God subtitles.
Never seen it.
That's a really good movie.
Is it though?
Isn't No, Brazil isn't, is it?
No, Brazil's a British Terry Gilliam
Terry Gilliam,
film,
yeah.
or an Anglo-American co-production, I assume.
Good movie though.
What was I talking about?
This UCG.
Before that, which led me into that?
We were talking about this.
Beauty and the Beast.
Oh, we were talking about Tom Thumb and Clash of the Titans.
At the same time, I started buying loads of like American DVDs, stuff like Village of the Damned and The Children of the Damned, the sequel, Whatever Happened to Baby Jane, Tom Thumb. Lots of like nichey weird things I always wanted to see, and then just couldn't bring myself to fucking watch them.
Ethan, please watch. Tom Thumb is one of my favourites. I absolutely love it. It's so good.
Yeah.
Yeah. There's this one scene in particular. It's when he first goes into his bedroom and all the toys come alive and they do this singing bit. Oh my god, it's so good. I absolutely love that movie. Plus, it's got Terry Thomas in it, and it's got Peter Sellers in it.
Yes, and Alan Young. Russ Tamblyn played Tom Thumb. Russ Tamblyn played one of them.
I cannot look at him like that. No way.
You've seen him before.
No way.
You've seen him before in films.
I've only seen him when he was young and a whippersnapper.
You've seen him since in films.
Really?
He was in Django Unchained as one of the racist people that he whips. One of the people.
No.
When he goes to that plantation and he whips the dude.
He is unrecognisable. Yeah, he's the huge fat guy that
Yeah.
has his ass whooped.
Yeah, that's Russ
I
Tamblyn
have
from
to
Tom
admit,
Thumb.
you know what I'm like? I'm a massively sadistic bastard. Love to watch a bit of pain. Love a bit of slavery.
But if I see a white man getting whipped, oh
no,
my God.
no. It's when Broomhilda,
Hildy.
Hildy, when she's getting whipped. Fuck me, man. I found that actually quite upsetting.
Why? Because she's a woman.
No, dude, you know how I feel about that shit. It's such a grueling scene. And also, I really liked a couple of the tracks in that. And I think the track in particular is called Freedom, and it's when they're running away. Oh my God, it just gets to me. It's like the other night when we were watching that
The
documentary.
George Michael version.
No. What was the name of that guy we were watching that documentary on the other day? The comedian.
Barry Crimmins.
Yeah, that guy. It's really weird. Like, nothing really phases me, but every now and again something will touch me, and I'm just like.
Well, it's because you bury a lot of stuff deep down, I think.
I don't think I bury it. Whenever you've asked me questions, I'm always happy to answer them. But just, I don't know, there was one bit in particular, and I was just like, I don't know, it kind of made you think, what would you do in that situation? I didn't cry. I wasn't like,
Call Me Lucky, of course, the documentary about Barry Crimmins is a famous American stand-up comedian who was quite a pioneer at the time, but obviously it transpires that he was like raped repeatedly by a priest when he was a boy. Or no, his babysitter's boyfriend.
Yeah.
But also the priest fiddled with him as well?
Yeah.
Okay.
But I think the thing that I found the most difficult was the bit where he said that his sister saw it, and like she knew, and it was just like, fuck, man. Like, I don't know. That kind of got to me a little bit. I was
Does he
like,
still speak to his sister?
I don't know. Well, no, because she called for help, didn't she?
Help.
Help me. Help me.
Anyway, Sanchez, played by Enrique Salceda. Sorry, Enrique Salceda, who is, I guess, a cohort of Sarah Connor, played by Castulo Guerra, the actor we've just mentioned. Here's one for you, Spaldner. The shotgun he's using is a 590 12-gauge shotgun. A Mossberg model, if you must know everything.
Mossberg. Ain't nothing emotional about that.
Now, Sarah checks her M16, an M17. Oh, by the way, oh God, this timeline's such a mess. I'll just tell you now. Right, the fact attack for the next episode when they
Fact attack.
Schmivia, facting Schmivia. Attack my Schmivia.
Attack my schmiv.
When they go down into the weapons cache, or is it cache?
Cache.
Which is that thing underground. Which weirdly, you know, when he pulls the top off the thing with the chain to reveal it, Arnold Schwarzenegger's straining like a motherfucker.
Is he actually?
Yeah.
Mr. fucking Olympia.
Yeah, he looks
You
like a
pussy.
machine wouldn't be doing that, and he's got this kind of like constipated look on his face.
Yeah, but it's because he's becoming more human. Maybe he's. I do love the way he picks the kid up though, just by his nape. Just looks at it going, what the fuck is this? Can I
Weirdly
eat it?
as well, even though this is only 1991, 25 years ago, 3 years after Twins, as Arnold looks down.
Vagina neck?
Yeah. How's he got a stringy old neck?
Probably because of the extensive training and steroids and...
No. Steroids probably would help you make you look younger.
No, they don't. Steroids has so many different negative side effects.
No. Hormone replacement therapy, which is what all the Hollywood stars are doing now. That's why you'll notice that Tom Cruise, who looked quite kind of like chiseled and had a jawline in 2008 when he was doing like Valkyrie and stuff.
Yeah, but wasn't that because he was just eating stem cells?
Now in Mission Impossible Rogue, just eating babies.
Yeah.
He basically skips around naked in a paddling pool of aborted fetuses.
Oh my God, there's this
while slathering his visage with virgin breast squeeze.
So what the fuck? He should have spent less time doing that and rubbing more on his fucking
We've
barrel
talked about
body
this before.
chest.
But that's why he's got that weird body, and that kind of like his face now is quite square looking, the same way Brad Pitt's is, because all the Hollywood stars now do hormone replacement therapy. That's why Joe Rogan's got that giant like round potato head now, whereas like 5 or 6 years ago he didn't really look that way. But it's because they're all doing HRT, which kind of essentially avoids you getting the male menopause. Apparently you feel like $1 million. You've always got loads of energy. You've got, you know.
What shit though is one day it will catch up on you.
I don't know.
No. It does. It was originally made for women going through menopause. It was meant to like help stop, well, not stop, but prolong the symptoms of menopause. But all it does is it just delays it. So later on, at some point, it's all just gonna fucking hit you for sex.
You get 65 and you go, ugh.
Exactly. Just fucking face it, man. Just nature takes its course. Obviously, you do everything you can to maintain yourself looking.
Beauty has her way.
Love that song.
Terrible song.
I love that song.
Fuck the
Lost
Boys
Boys.
soundtrack.
Fuck you. Love that song.
Lost Boys soundtrack or Fright Night soundtrack?
Fright Night, dude. Nothing.
Whoa, I
beats
didn't even
Fright
finish the word. I
No.
didn't even put the k on the soundtrack of that sentence. You were like, Fright Night.
Fright Night. It's really gonna have to fucking go some. If someone put a gun to my head and said Labyrinth or Fright Night, I think I'd have to take a bullet because I couldn't decide. But on anything else, those would win.
Are you
hands
aware,
down.
Ellie, when you do actually talk into the mic, as if you are addressing people that aren't even there?
What do you mean?
When you like talk into the mic, you actually direct it to this like invisible audience. Like
It's because I'm great at acting. I'm just channeling.
you're talking to all the people out there who, weirdly, sadly, aren't actually there anyway. Literally, and
It's
figuratively.
okay. I'm gonna get the young twins to listen to this podcast.
Oh, your young twins.
My young
I was gonna
twins.
say
Your
my-
twins aren't young.
Yeah, I was gonna say they're fucking 30.
I was gonna say mine are 20.
Right.
20.
Look at
Oh
that
my
little bit
God.
of hair. Always bugged me.
Oh God! It's like your casting tape with that little flap of hair. God, that annoys
do you
me.
think? All right, this is the question for everyone.
Hair plugs?
At the start of the film, he's got like in Terminator 1, he's got kind of like the little bangs, the little fringy thing. He's got like sandy coloured hair. His natural coloured
I like
hair,
her
I
bangs.
suppose. At the start of Terminator 2, he's virtually got like this soy sauce, dark brown, black hair, a bit like Liam Neeson's in fucking Liam Neeson. Stop dyeing your hair with fucking soy sauce, dude.
And people
please.
stop taking his shit.
Yeah. I have a certain set of hair dyes. I will use them. And I will find you.
To be fair, his daughter was fucking hot.
Who?
Liam Neeson.
Oh, the one with the fucking retarded run.
In the first movie.
Yeah.
When she stood in that room for like surrounded by all those Turks with those diamante things like hanging off her fucking tits. Oh, so hot. You would have bidded. Actually, you would have rubbed your fucking saggy
Here you
pendulous
go.
balls against the fucking glass.
I'm going to put this on the thing. Maggie Grace, who plays Liam Neeson's daughter in Taken, she's got this like retarded kind of run. And
I don't know. I've seen the run.
she's got this stupid run basically, and it's become like a meme essentially on the internet.
Oh, I've missed it.
She like goes, "Ugh."
It's because she's how to see your daddy.
So yeah.
Yeah, but I think the scene where she's being sold and she's all drugged up
See?
on that. Oh my God, that was a bit retarded. It's like the female Forrest Gump. Florentine clump. There we go. No, but she does look hot in that one particular scene though, right?
It's just the run. It's like, hello, we can be friends.
It's the run that Sophie's going to do when everything's alright and they're all friends again. When she runs off the set of The Bastard Executioner going, Eddie pulled my hair out. I have to say, I had this really fucking weird dream the other
The only
night.
thing that tempts me to join Regan,
You mean Simon and Hal?
no.
Oh.
'Cause I don't think Simon and Hal maybe would get me the meetings I need or want.
Meeting?
I think Regan has obviously the connection to that show. I do think it would be funny, and I think God has a lovely way of fucking with me or her. That I'd
You'll end up playing her lover or something.
No, not that. Oh, I'm not. Only the main player actors will be doing that. Because someone else has porked her in the show, apparently. There's a poll.
No, that's Eloise. Which twin is it?
Yeah, there's some weird poll on the internet going which one's getting fucked by the.
To be
Baron.
fair, though, if I was going to pick one of the twins to be fucking, I would have picked Sophie.
Why?
Well, I think she's got a slightly better body and she's got a slightly better face. Although there is some... I think the thing
You
that I like
can't
about...
say that, even though everyone thinks.
Everyone thinks that. But
She does listen to the show, by the way.
aesthetic... Does she
Hi, Sophie.
actually?
No, she's listened. Apparently, she listened to the ones with my mother, which she thought were hilarious.
But why not our ones?
I don't, because it's a. Look, 3 people in the world like this show. Thank you, listeners. We love you.
I think that aesthetically Sophie would look better, but I kind of like the fact that Eloise is this cutthroat, like, I don't give a fuck who I have to kill, fuck, scat on, whatever to get what I fucking want. I kind of respect that drive. Is that bad?
Not at all. And I'm sure it'll all play out in the wash as the fate picks one or the other's career. Well, Fergal said that today. He's like, one of them will pop and one probably won't. And then that'll be a bone of contention. I was like...
Okay, so what's your prediction? Who's going to pop and who's going to flop?
I don't know.
Really? But you know everything.
I would suggest maybe pound for pound in the short amount of time. Suddenly going, I've decided to do acting like 3 years ago. Eloise has done perhaps more. But Sophie's got more experience and got the longer CV. But Eloise has got the killer instinct.
I reckon Eloise should do the acting and Sophie should do modelling.
They don't... I mean... She didn't want to... I don't know. It's not a very nice thing to do, modelling. It's quite fucking... Not degrading, but it's very dull and boring. It doesn't actually fucking fulfill you in any way.
Yeah, but that's why it fits all those birds so perfectly well.
And when you're not...
They don't have personality.
When you I imagine, get close to 30...
I'm not bitter.
you want, I guess, other things, don't you?
Like what?
Well, if you're 22 and you're going to the private members club and it's like, free champagne, sparklers, we're having a laugh, we're doing a bit of coke in the green room with the guy that owns the club. Yeah, that's awesome. But I think if you're 30 and you're still doing that, you probably got to ask yourself some very deep questions.
So what questions do you ask yourself, Ethan?
Why we do this podcast.
Deep down, somehow it's like your retarded child.
It is.
It's like unconditional love. You could probably do without it, but there's just something in you that tells you have to do it. It's like, for fuck's sake, stop looking out that window.
Well, we missed one yesterday. I'm tempted to do one now, but it's kind of late, so maybe we'll do a double one tomorrow and then we can let you off the hook.
Oh, thanks, man. Do you know what, though? I already had it on loop.
Did you?
Yesterday.
Oh.
Did you not notice?
I was just beat down yesterday.
I know. I didn't even mention it. I was just like, you know what? I'm sensing that Ethan...
Well, also, I couldn't get here in time. That freaking train.
We did offer to pick you up.
I know, but I don't think you understand it because you don't drive where Croydon is versus where
No,
your
but I
house
said,
is.
my mum was like, where is he? And I was like, he's in Croydon. She was like, I don't mind picking him up.
I know she doesn't, but I'm not that kind of guy. I'll get back myself.
But it did mean that our listeners had to wait an extra day.
No, because the amount of times our listeners have had to wait extra days.
2.
Based on you
2.
going out
and getting fucked up, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, say it.
And I'm at home, hundreds of miles away, going...
Cry wanking to Coldplay.
I've got record on. Is Ellie going to pick up on Viber? And she doesn't.
That's happened twice.
It's been more than twice.
How many times?
Quite a lot, I don't know.
How many?
I'd say at least 3.
Really?
Well, look, what are we in? We're an hour into this film.
Yeah.
Well, we started this in March with your brother, didn't we?
Yeah, but that was the first movie.
We're on about 102, 103 episodes now.
Okay.
That's 102, 103 days.
Okay.
Now, let's imagine we take off...
So how come
Let's take off 8 days per month for weekends.
Okay.
But we've done a couple of weekends. So let's say we take off... How many months between now and... was it March? So like...
Last March?
8 months? 7 months.
Jesus Christ, yeah.
Yeah, so 7 months minus about, 14 shows. I mean, how many days is that?
I don't know.
Technically, we should be on Terminator, I think, at the end of midway through Salvation, I would have thought now.
I know. Okay, so there's been a couple of times where I've gone out and I've fucked up and not done it.
I'm not saying that. I'm just saying...
but then there have been times where you've been tired or you've been...
Do people actually want to listen to this?
Working. Yeah, because they're getting to know us.
I have been working. There's wacky fucking celebrity star-studded parties that last 20 hours without a break.
Fingering foxes, that dirty Jew with a fat fringe.
Who's that?
Foxes.
Oh, Foxes, the singer.
Yeah.
I didn't finger Foxes. And nor would I want to should the opportunity arise.
Not even in a library.
No. Forget that profile. Anyway, that's been episode 42. Oh, when he picks up the baby.
Do we know who the baby is?
We don't. And
the wee bairn.
Look. The question I was going to ask about Arnold's hair. His hair is kind of like light brown now. Now, is that the desert sun going through it? Is that his natural hair colour? Because in the start of this film, he's got pretty much almost black hair.
But is it because in the start of this film they're trying to portray him as a Terminator and it's all kind of like silver grey, whereas now he's got more colour in his cheeks, more colour in his hair. Maybe they're trying to make him look more human. I think that stands.
Ooh, that Terminator's got colourful cheeks.
Ooh, rouge. And is that where the 2 minutes finishes?
Well, I mean, it's been looping. 23, Uncle Bob. Now Enrique. Arnold obviously drags. He drags the chain off the weapons.
Oh my
right,
God!
Watch Arnold's face now.
Okay. Oh my God! Freeze frame. That has to be.
Not the stringy neck.
Not the stringy neck. That. And do we not think that was a bit of a gay caress? The way John kind of like runs his hand down Arnie's chest. He's like, "Come on, Arnie, let's go."
He was a gay Terminator.
He was a gay Terminator, sent back to protect him, but instead terminated his ass. Yeah.
You want to wrap it up?
Yeah. Thanks
Yeah.
for listening,
We
guys.
went for 45 minutes. It was all waffly dross. That's kind of a double episode, but you'll still get 2 tomorrow. Don't worry, listeners. We apologise for missing one yesterday.
I couldn't give a fuck, mate.
I was just a bit crushed by life.
You had a good day yesterday. Today's the day you're crushed by life. Actually, no.
No, today
you were
was a
a little
better
bit crushed
day.
yesterday because you spoke to a certain someone.
No, it wasn't just that. It was just like that. It took 3 hours to get here. I was beat down. The meeting with the agent who forgot he had a meeting with me just made me go, ugh. Like, I'd heard a million horror stories of people. I then called a certain someone who's with that agent, and they were weird and rude to me.
And they literally went, I couldn't give a fuck, mate.
Essentially, so, you know.
And not even in the Russell Brand funny way.
Yeah. I'm not a cynic, folks. I'm just a disappointed optimist.
Oh no, you are a very like positive, happy person, but
Oh,
you're
no,
being
just
fed shit
drama
sandwich
follows
after
you around.
shit sandwich.
That's what George said.
Oh.
And because of that care and that concern and that interest in me as an actor and
That makes
and a
him worried and think he shouldn't go with George.
Yeah. Nice guy.
Nice
Just
guy.
No friends or connections.
And on that note, hasta la vista, George.
Baby. Acting. Hasta la vista acting.
Hey,
Goodbye.
and scene.
Watch out for machines. They're unstoppable. Watch out for machines. They're